Midjourney has released their V8.1 model. If you watched my video on the V8 Alpha model last month, you know that V8 had some impressive upgrades, but also some rough edges, especially with aesthetics. Midjourney took everyone's feedback, made some changes, and released 8.1. I'm really excited about this model, so let's talk through what's available, what's not, some tips, and what's coming soon. Right now, V8.1 is only available on the Alpha website, alpha.midjourney.com. To use it, you can add --V8.1 to your prompts or select it as the default model in your settings. They are planning to move 8.1 to the main website in the next couple of weeks after this testing phase is complete and they release a few minor updates. Once that's done, 8.1 should also become available on Discord. One of the biggest changes from V8 Alpha or 8.0 to 8.1 is the aesthetics. Each Midjourney model has its own default aesthetics and underlying base assumptions, and although the V8 Alpha model was very powerful, it also felt very unfamiliar. 8.1 feels much more like V7 in terms of aesthetics, which makes the transition to it a lot smoother. The baseline creativity and overall vibe of the images feels more like the Midjourney that we know and love. Image quality is also improved compared to V7. I'm having much better luck getting clean, detailed illustrations compared to V7, where sometimes lines and ornate details could get a bit muddy and disconnected. Having HD mode in 8.1 also helps quite a bit, which we'll talk more about in a second. Although image quality is better in 8.1 compared to V7, I am occasionally getting image results that look a little blurry or pixelated. Midjourney is aware of this and they are working on a fix. Please make sure that you're using these feedback buttons on your 8.1 images to help the team gather data so that they can continue improving the model. And if you have specific examples of things that aren't working well for you, you can share them here on their Discord. One of my favorite features in 8.1 is the HD mode. HD mode natively renders images at 2K resolution instead of the standard 1K. It's fast and really affordable. 8.1 in general is very fast. I'll put some numbers up on the screen here for comparison. A job in SD mode runs about as fast as a draft mode job does in V7, which is really fast. An HD job in 8.1 with fast mode uses about 1.5 GPU minutes, compared to about 1 GPU minute for a regular V7 fast job. So you're getting twice the resolution for only about 1.5x the cost, which is pretty impressive. HD mode also runs in relax mode, so if your subscription plan includes relax mode, you don't have to burn through your fast GPU hours to use HD. You can set your default resolution mode in your settings, or include --HD or --SD directly in your prompts. HD mode is great for details. I'm getting much cleaner results with things like Art Nouveau style images, where V7 would sometimes give me smudged or broken lines. It also helps with images that have small faces or characters that are farther away from the camera. There's also a Run as HD button that shows up on any SD job. This reruns the same prompt with the same seed number, but in HD mode. You won't always get the exact same images back, but often you'll get at least some of them in HD. Next, let's talk about prompt adherence and text rendering. 8.1 is much better at understanding and following your prompts compared to V7. If you're describing a complex scene with multiple characters and specific details, 8.1 just does a much better job at keeping track of and delivering on all of those details. I do, however, think that V8 Alpha is a little stronger with prompt adherence compared to 8.1. This is one of the challenges with AI image models, which I've mentioned before. There's typically a trade-off between prompt adherence and aesthetics, and I think the team did a really good job at balancing these two as best they can right now with 8.1. 8.1 is still far better than V7 with prompt adherence and got the aesthetics improvement compared to V8 Alpha. There are also tricks that you can use to improve prompt adherence in 8.1, such as lowering the stylized value or using raw mode. By the way, once 8.1 becomes the default model, I will be updating my Midjourney course with new lessons, so keep an eye out for that. I'll also be sharing a lot of 8.1 tips and demos over in my Patreon community. In addition to prompt adherence, text rendering is significantly better in 8.1 compared to V7. In V7, short phrases worked well, but longer text was pretty unreliable. In 8.1, you can get full sentences rendered in your images, and it does a pretty good job. It can still mess up some words, duplicate, or drop them at times, especially with longer text. I do think the V8 alpha model is slightly better than 8.1 for text, but text in 8.1 is still way ahead of V7. For the best text rendering in 8.1, I am finding that lowering the stylized value to 25 or even 0 is helping quite a bit. Style references, personalization profiles, and mood boards are all working much better in 8.1 compared to V8 alpha. SREFs in particular are matching really well to how they look in V7. 8.1 does use the SV6 style reference system, which is the current default in V7. So all of your V7 SREF codes from the Style Explorer, ones that you've made in the Style Creator, and many of the codes in my SREF collection all work with 8.1. Mood boards and personalization also seem to be working much better compared to V8 alpha, where they didn't really feel all that accurate to me. I haven't had a ton of time to test mood boards specifically yet, but my initial experience is that mood boards feel like they produce more accurate results compared to V7. My mood board results just feel more true to the aesthetic of the images that are in my mood boards. Let me know what your experience is so far. For personalization, all of your V7 personalization profiles carry over to 8.1, including your global profile, so you don't need to create a new one. I do have a new tutorial for personalization, both a video and a PDF guide that I published last month, so I'll link those down below. At the moment, I do think I still prefer how my global personalization looks in V7, but I'm still really happy with how it's performing in V8. Body and hand coherence in 8.1 seems a little better, but I'm still getting some funky hands here and there and body positions that just aren't right. The team has already said that they're working on improvements there, so we'll see if that gets an update in the coming weeks. Small faces, as I mentioned earlier, are looking better, especially in HD mode. Next, we have an updated Describe feature, and it is really good. Describe is Midjourney's image-to-text model. It's been around for quite a while. I have a video on it, but I think this is the first time that it's been updated since V5.2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been a long time coming. To use it, drag an image up to the prompt bar and drop it into the Describe box. It'll give you 4 different prompts based on your image. Click one of them to add it to the prompt bar where you can run it as is or make changes to it. Or click here to run all 4. I've been really impressed with the quality and variety of the prompts that it generates. It's a great way to get prompt ideas or see how Midjourney might interpret an image. I recommend using it with one of your favorite V7 images. Run the 4 prompts that it gives you in 8.1 and see what you think of the results. Describe isn't meant to exactly replicate your input image, but the prompts that it gives you should get you going in the right direction. There's now a prompt shortener that kicks in if your prompt is longer than 1,300 characters. I believe prompts were previously just getting cut off if you hit that limit before. Now you'll see this message if your prompt is too long. Most people will never hit this limit, and honestly, if you're regularly hitting this limit, I'd argue that there's probably a more concise way to write your prompt. You can still run your prompt, it'll just get shortened behind the scenes. And as of filming this video, it is displaying the original prompt over here instead of the new shortened prompt, but I think that should be fixed soon. Okay, let's quickly run through some other features that are or aren't available. This one is not a new feature, but 8.1 does have conversation mode. So if you prefer to talk to Midjourney in natural language, you can try that. I have some examples on how this works in V7. I'll put that video down in the pinned comment. Image prompts are back in 8.1 and they feel more powerful to me compared to V7, especially when using images of people or characters. I've only lightly tested this, so I'd love to hear what your experience is with image prompts so far. We also have Weird, Chaos, Stylize, Raw, Tile, EXP, and Aspect Ratio. Tile does have a known issue at the moment where you can sometimes get a faint border on some of the sides, which will break the seamless pattern. That should hopefully be fixed soon. We don't have a -- no parameter, but it does sound like that should be coming back soon, so I'm looking forward to testing that. We do not have OREF yet, but it should be coming in an update within the next few weeks ahead of the big editor updates. and the editor updates will be pretty major with instruction like editing and multiple reference capability. The team is also working on an upscaler for 8.1, which could be out in the next couple of weeks. It is expected to be either 4K or 8K. So with 8.1 now available, Midjourney is planning to deactivate the V8 alpha model. It was always meant to be an alpha model, and 8.1 is essentially replacing it. If you really like V8 alpha and you have clear examples for where it performs better than 8.1, please share those examples and job IDs with the team in their Discord. I'm not sure that it's going to sway them to keep V8 alpha, but they can definitely use those examples to improve 8.1 and future models. I still have a lot of testing that I'm working through in 8.1, but I'd really like to hear what your experience is so far, including things that are or aren't working well for you and we can try to problem solve. If you're new to Midjourney or are just feeling a bit lost with how to prompt and want a solid foundation, I recently launched my first Midjourney course. It's a structured, beginner-friendly video course and includes updates throughout the year. I also have a Patreon community where every month I release detailed prompt guides, exclusive tutorials, and demos of new features. This month's guide focused on weight parameters and bordered pages. So if you like my teaching style, consider at least joining the free tier. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, all the things. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.